Hello everyone, this is Funimation here, and today I have yet another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X-Reader story. So I know it's been quite a while since I've done any Leonardo X-Reader work, and I have kind of wanted to remedy that. And in fact, in the time that I have been writing this particular chapter of a Leonardo X-Reader, I have two other Leonardo X-Readers. This one being from 2016, one of them being from 2012, and the other being from I believe 2018. So I have multiple different versions of Leo being worked together for the Raider at multiple times. So I've been trying to focus on seeing if I can get these stories out, but I realize I haven't shown Leo very much love lately, and I'm wanting to remedy that. So this is a 2016 Leonardo X gender neutral reader, and the title is simply Moving. And I should note before we get into this story that it is going to have a couple trigger warnings. Nothing major, nothing all like hardcore. It does have some mentions of neglectful / abusive parenting of the reader in the beginning, as well as some small angst, but it does end in fluff, I promise you. But if these triggering topics could be a problem for you, then just feel free to click away. This is just not your story. Don't worry, there will be more fluffy stuff prepared in the near future. So, without further ado, this is Leonardo X Reader and an X gender neutral reader, and the title is simply, like I said, Moving. Let's get started. Yurnam had just entered the lair, looking a little glummer than their usual happy attitude. They went straight for the dojo, hoping to see Leo meditating as he almost always was. But, sadly, there was no sign of him or any of the other color-banded turtles in any part of the lair. So, Yurnam had just decided to lay pathetically on the couch while waiting for the turtles to return from patrol. When the four of them finally did return, Leo and Raph were particularly salty with each other. Leo was about to go into the dojo to meditate on the problem, but he noticed Yurnam sleeping on the couch in what was possibly the most uncomfortable position known to mankind. Leo had felt super angry a second before, but he couldn't help the smile on his face. Leo picked Yurnam up and took them into his room so they could sleep in a proper bed. When he placed them down, they seemed to stay awake. "Hey, Leo," Yurnam said. Even with the tired tones underneath their voice, Leo knew there was something else there. Sadness. "Hey, Yurnam, what's up?" he said, trying to play it cool. He didn't want to force the problems out of Yurnam, if there even were any to begin with. "A lot," Yurnam said, with a sigh tagged along in the sentence. Leo immediately felt his heart swell with hurt, knowing that there was something bothering his best friend so much. Best friend. Oh, how Leo wanted to be so much more than that. But of course, there were limitations to that idea. Leo knew the most straightforward one was the fact that he was a mutant turtle and whatnot. But the other problem was that he didn't want to jeopardize the relationship he had with Yurnam. They were already so close. What he didn't know was the fact that there could be something else that could keep them apart. "Well, what's up? Anything I can help with?" Leo asked. "Sadly not. It's about my parents." Leo immediately grimaced at that. Leo had been friends with Yurnam long enough to know about their strained relationship with their parents. Yurnam's parents typically did not ever give any attention or love to Yurnam. That infuriated Leo to no end. The simple fact that Yurnam's parents did not show them the love that they deserved made Leo this close to snapping. But Yurnam spoke, bringing Leo out of his thoughts. "They kinda sorta are kicking me out." Leo felt all of the air get knocked out of his lungs, but then Yurnam dropped an even bigger bombshell. "If I can't find anyone to stay with, I'm gonna have to move across the country to California to live with my aunt and uncle," Yurnam said. The bottom lip began to tremble, and the voice began to quiver. And then it happened. Yurnam began to cry. They had been holding in the tears for what felt like years. The second Your Name let out the possibility of leaving, they felt the names burst and the tears fell like waterfalls. Your Name began sobbing aggressively, and Leo felt his heart shatter into a million pieces at the scene that unfolded before him. Leo was horrified at the thought of losing Your Name, petrified even. But he swallowed the growing lump in his throat and wrapped his arms around Your Name. Your Name let out a small gasp at the gesture, but pushed it aside and began to cry into Leo's arms. Leo rubbed small circles on Your Name's back in a soothing gesture. Eventually, though, Your Name calmed down and looked up at Leo. Leo felt his heart actually swell with adoration and love. Something about the look that Your Name gave him made him feel like he was flying. Your Name took one of his hands and stroked Your Name's cheek. They leaned into his touch and they started to lean up. Their heartbeats were so loud and rapid that they could be heard in the otherwise silent room. Right when their mouths were a hair away from touching, Leo whispered a small, "May I?" Your Name smiled and nodded. The pair then met in the middle and kissed. Your Name felt their head practically spin as they noticed that Leo was surprisingly an amazing kisser. Meanwhile, Leo felt like he was in heaven as he kissed Your Name's unbelievably soft lips. But before things got too heated, Leo pulled away no more than what was needed and spoke. "What if we stay here?" Your Name blinked. Here? With you guys?" They said between small pants. "With me," Leo corrected. Your Name went silent at that. When Your Name went silent, Leo immediately felt like he had overstepped the line. But as he fumbled to think of what to say, Your Name pulled him into another kiss, ending with Leo laying on top of them. I'd like that. The end. I really think that this was a lot of fun to write. I'm really proud of how it turned out, actually. And it's kind of funny because I've been going through a lot of my old stories lately and have been rather embarrassed about how they have turned out. And I know that you guys say you enjoy them, but as they always say, you are your own biggest critic or your own harshest critic. And that really doesn't help matters because I guess it goes to show that I am really hard on myself. I don't know why I am. I just am. But I really am proud of this particular story. I'm not sure if it's going to stay that way, but hopefully it does. But regardless, I really am happy with how this one turned out, and I hope all of you guys enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed making it. I hope to make more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Leo stories as well, and I also hope to make some about Mikey and other characters. I know that I give a lot of love to Raph and Donnie, but I do realize that there are other characters out there besides Raph and Donnie, so I had to put them aside for now. But regardless, thank you all so very much for watching, and as always, this is Friend Writer, and I'll be seeing you all very soon. Bye-bye!